One of the most important shots in a round of golf, and one that you're going to learn very quickly when you come to golf camp, is the basic chip shot. When you're chipping your golf ball, you're going to be pretty close to the green. And your goal here is to get this golf ball in the air just long enough to reach the putting surface and then run like a putt the rest of the way to the hole. It's a small shot, it has relatively simple technique, but the success here is all in learning how to set up and learning how to move your body to create nice, clean, crisp contact between the club face and your golf ball. As it relates to chipping, you can chip with a variety of clubs. You can use short clubs like a lob wedge, a sand wedge, and pitching wedge. You can also chip with a 9, an 8, a 7, even a 6 iron. So as you start working with your coaches, you might want to experiment with some different clubs. But for today, all I want you to do is try some chip shots with your sand wedge. As you walk into the ball, you're going to go ahead and stand a little bit closer and also a little bit taller than you're accustomed to. Try and get the golf ball back in your stance so the ball is in line with the laces of your back shoe, and adopt a relatively narrow stance. A good little tip here is to simply take the width of your club head and slide it between your toes and your heels. From here, what we want to do is try and lean our body to the left so that our weight ends up on our front foot. That's very important we do this properly. The way I want you to lean your body to the left is from the upper body versus the lower body. A lot of times in camp, we'll see you try and put your weight on your front foot. The weight goes left, but your chest goes to the right. Anytime your chest leans back, the bottom of your swing is going to tend to hit the ground early. So what I want you to do is once you get set up, take the buttons of your shirt and lean them slightly forward of the ball. Now the buttons of the shirt are more forward, so the bottom of the swing is going to be more forward, and our weight is also still on our front foot. As it relates to the swinging motion, we're looking for a nice pendulum motion, even-sided back and through, where our wrists are nice and quiet. If we're hitting a full shot, we might use some wrists coming back, we might use some wrists coming through. Your wrists apply power. This golf ball is close to the hole, we don't know power, so we're going to try and take the wrists out of it. Once you can feel a nice no wrist motion, even-sided, allow for a little bit of pivot or turn out of your hips. So as I swing back, I might have a little turn of the hips. As I swing through, I have a little turn of the hips. Pivoting or turning, again, helps get the bottom of the swing arc traveling more forward, giving us good, clean ball then turf contact. So when you put this all together, we stand a little bit closer, a little bit taller, our stance is relatively narrow. The ball is in line with the laces of our back shoe. Of course, we're leaning forward with our body just a little bit. You'll see the hands and the shaft are leaning forward too. From here, it's a nice pendulum swing, a little turn back, a little turn through. The ball comes off nice and low. It runs like a putt the rest of the way to the hole. Once you get to the end of your swing, we want you to hold your finish. If you hold your finish, you can check your position and then make any corrections. So some common things that we'll see right here. Number one might be the weight too much on the back foot. If your weight's on your back foot, go ahead and correct it, put it on your front foot. The other thing we might tend to see a lot is too much wrist action. The grip end of the club stops, the club head shoots forward. Now we're in a situation where this ball is going to fly up too high. So if you see this position right here, go ahead and make that correction, get the lead arm and shaft in a nice straight line, and off to the races you go. So chipping, it's pretty simple. Make sure that the ball's in the right spot, make sure that your weight's in the right spot, take the wrists out of the motion, give yourself a little pivot back and through, learn how to check and correct, and you'll be on your way to improving your game. For more information about Nike Golf Schools and Junior Camps, visit us online at ussportscamps.com or call us at 1-800-NIKE-CAMP today.